Hello everyone, Charles Watts here, the Arsenal correspondent at Goal, joining you outside at the King Power Stadium, where there's some cheers and shouts going on. That's the Arsenal players getting into their coaches, which I think you can just about make out in the back of the screen here after what has been a fantastic day for Arsenal. 2-0 winners here at the King Power. You can hear how happy the away fans that are still here watching the players get back on the coach are. This was a really, really good win for Arsenal. Impressive one, started so well, flew into a 2-goal lead. Gabriel and Emma Smith-Rowe with the goals inside the first 20 minutes. Absolutely great they were in those first 20 minutes. Then Leicester, as you'd expect, they came back into the game, but they just couldn't find a way through a certain Aaron Ramsdale. What a performance from Ramsdale. 8 saves, and one in particular, that one from James Maddison's free kick right on the stroke of half-time. It's honestly one of the best saves I've ever seen live. It was incredible. And I was there at Old Trafford when David Seaman made that save from Paul Pesky-Salido, and this one does not top that. I mean, Seaman's save is still the greatest save I've ever seen from Pesky-Salido, but it was similar in the way of, I just thought it was a goal. As soon as Maddison took the free kick and it went over the wall, it was just goal. You just thought there was no way he was saving it. It just didn't look like there was any chance he could get it. It was too well positioned. It was too powerful. You thought he was too far away from it. And it almost looked like the ball was behind him, and he somehow got his hand to it and clawed it up onto the underside of the bar, kept it out, and then he was alert enough to spring up and deny Johnny Evans on the follow-up as well. Evans' shot sort of hit the post. I think Ramsdale got a touch on it. It was a fabulous double save. I mean, Peter Schmeichel, I don't know if he was here or not, was watching Casper, who was obviously in goal for Leicester, but he tweeted after the save, best save I've seen in years from Ramsdale, and it genuinely was that good. It was such a good save, and it just summed up the start to the season that Ramsdale had. He still hasn't lost a game yet for Arsenal now since he's come into the team, and 5 clean sheets he's kept in 8 appearances, and it was just a fantastic performance. Like I said, 8 saves he made today for Arsenal. That one was the best of the bunch. There was one in the second half from Harvey Barnes as well, which was just as important really, because had Leicester scored at that point, they were well on top, and had they made it 2-1, it would have been a really nervy sort of final half an hour for Arsenal. But he kept that one out, and he kept out everything that Leicester threw at him. The Leicester fans were really having a go at him as well during the game, and especially in the second half, and he was winding them up, and they were having a go at him, and at full time he just, classic Aaron Ramsdale, he just turned around to him, he was punching his Arsenal badge, he bowed down to him, he was really getting on them, and his character is what he brings to this team. And I spoke to Mikel Arteta afterwards and asked him about it, and I asked him about the save, and he said that as soon as Maddison took the shot, he just thought goal. It was his first thought as it left his boot. It just looked like it was in. It was an incredible save, he said. He hadn't actually seen the video yet. He'd only seen a picture of it. Hadn't seen the footage to watch it again. But just an incredible moment in a game that is just stretched Arsenal unbeaten run to 9 games now, 7 wins and 2 draws in the last 9 in all competitions. They're up to 5th at the point of recording this video. They're obviously going to fall lower than that when the rest of the fixtures take place over the weekend. But I think it's 17 points from a possible 21 now. And since the transfer window closed, since that horrible first fortnight in those 3 games when Arsenal were an absolute mess, it's just been a massive improvement. And I said before this game, I really wanted Arsenal to come to a tough away game and make a bit of a statement, and they have done that today. Those wins against Villa and Tottenham were great. They were at home though. You wanted them to do it on the road against a team who is going to be up there challenging, and this Leicester side have finished 5th the last 2 seasons in a row, and this is definitely a statement win. Leicester were in form as well coming into this one, so this was a statement win for Arsenal. I mean, everyone's going to be talking now, is top 4 possible, and obviously it is. You can't say it's not. I still feel that might be a little bit unrealistic when it comes to Arsenal this season. You know, they've finished 8th 2 seasons in a row. They're pretty far off it at the moment, but all you can do is win your games and see where it takes you. And to come to a ground like Leicester, who have finished 5th 2 seasons in a row, to turn them over, to keep this momentum going, it just shows, Arsenal are in a good place right now, and long may that continue. We're heading into November now, which is horrible because I hate November. Arsenal always do rubbish in November. We know that. It's the cursed month. But hopefully only 3 games, and 2 of those are at home, which is a good thing. We'll forget about the Liverpool away game in the middle of it all. But really positive signs for Arsenal. Really enjoyed this one. It was a proper good away day. Brilliant away performance. The away fans who were here as well were absolutely incredible. Didn't stop singing. And I will put at the end of this video, if you go over to my social media and look on my Twitter, I've put a couple of videos from the post-match celebrations on there, so go and have a look at that because they're really good. You see Ramsdale, as I said, with that whole bow he did to the crowd, and then he heads over to the away fans, takes the plaudits from the away fans. Yeah, it was a good game. You can tell probably by the way I'm talking. It was one I thoroughly enjoyed, and yeah, long may that continue. I don't want to say Arsenal are back, but you know, it's beginning to feel an awful lot better being an Arsenal fan at the moment than it did in those horrible dark days at the start of the season. Let's put it that way. Okay, right, let's talk about some player ratings, shall we? So who's going to be my man of the match today? I think this is going to be a tough one, isn't it? I think you can probably tell from what I've been saying in my video already. Aaron Ramsdale, he gets a 10 out of 10. I can't take any points away from him. Absolutely full marks for Aaron Ramsdale. Like I said, 8 saves, one of the best saves I've ever seen. His passing was superb. The way he was drilling passes out in the first half, absolutely incredible. His distribution is brilliant, and like I said, his fantastic start to life at Arsenal continues. He gets 10 out of 10, full marks for Aaron Ramsdale, and 100% man of the match. Arsenal are just leaving behind me there. Their coaches heading out back down the motorway. I'm sure it'll be 2 very happy coaches in there. In terms of the centre-backs, I'm going to give Gabriel and Ben White 9s each, because I thought they were fantastic as well. And had it not been for Aaron Ramsdale, those 2 would have been battling out for the man of the match award. I thought they were great. Tomiyasu, I'm going to give an 8. Tavares, I'm going to give an 8. Really impressive from Tavares. Mikel Arteta has been speaking in his press conference. He said he's not sure when Tierney's going to return yet. He's still feeling a lot of pain when he tries to run, so that didn't sound too good. But the way Tavares is playing at the moment is kind of making it, you know, making Tierney's absence slightly easier to take. You wouldn't have been able to say that last season. So really good performance again from Tavares. I thought it really bombs up and down that left-hand side and adds a lot to the Arsenal attack as well as the defence at the moment. So he gets an 8, Tomiyasu gets an 8, 2 centre-backs both get a 9. Midfield, 2 of them are going to get an 8. I think Thomas Partey tired a little bit, I thought, in the second half, gave the ball away a couple of times in some sort of key areas where maybe Arsenal could have got away on a counter-attack, but I still thought he played very well. Him and Sambi, who backed up that excellent performance against Aston Villa, he gets an 8. I'm going to give Emil Smith-Rowe, if I gave 0.5s, I would give him an 8.5. Just a couple of moments again in that second half. I think when Arsenal started to tire, when Smith-Rowe got into good positions and didn't quite take advantage of them, maybe because of a bit of fatigue. I'm going to give him 8.5. Bukayo Saka, I'm going to give it a 7. I thought Saka played pretty well. Almost forced an own goal in the first minute, which kind of set the tone for Arsenal's opening to the game. He also had a big part in Emil Smith-Rowe's goal. With that run that sort of linked up with Lacazette. So I'm going to give Saka a 7. Lacazette, I'm going to give a 7. I thought it was another good performance from Lacazette. He definitely got tired as the second half started and Odegaard came on for him. So Lacazette's going to get a 7. I thought Orba again led the line really, really well. Didn't stop working. Could have scored, could have made it 3-0 in the second half. Chance from a corner, which he put straight at Schmeichel. That would have certainly killed the game off. But he still, I thought, played well and worked really hard, Orba, as he has done in the last few weeks. So he gets an 8 for me. In terms of the substitutes, not really going to give him a mark. I thought Odegaard did all right when he came on. He kind of helped Arsenal get a bit more composure, because at that point Leicester were really, really dominating. You felt like they were going to find a way through, but I thought it was quite impressive the way Arsenal dealt with that, sort of saw through that period. And then in the last 20 minutes, I thought they got a lot more control in the game. And that was after Odegaard came on, so credit to him for that. And the other 2 sort of, I think it was Kolasinac came on right at the end, and I think someone else, I can't remember who the other Arsenal sub was, but they were both sort of laid on, so I'm not going to give them a mark. If I was going to give anyone a mark, it would be Odegaard, who I'd give probably a 6 to for his performance as he came on for that last half an hour or so. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. Sorry if I've rambled a little bit, but as you can tell, I'm a little bit happy at this one. It felt like a big, big win for Arsenal, and it's been an enjoyable day here at the King Power. It's finished Leicester City 0, Arsenal 2.